Alright, good morning everyone. We're out here on the trap line. Just pulled up to the first spot looking, and as you can see right here in front of the camera, there's a beaver hut, and it's got three good slides. So we're going to put in a caster mound right over here if we can get it in. Stay with me and then I'll show you the made set. And right there is my finished caster mound set. It's simple. Alright. As y'all can see, we got a big canal that runs back to timber. And if you come right here in front of me, we got a big fresh beaver dam. And I don't know if you can see it real good in the camera, but just in front of my finger is the crossover. So give me just a minute and I'll show you how I get it set up. Well, change of plans. I couldn't make it across to the beaver dam because it's so soft, so I ended up doing a brake set. And I got a TS85 there guarding it, and then I'm gonna go right down the ditch here a little ways and I'm gonna set a caster mount up. Just pulled up here to this next spot. We got a stopped up culvert and a ditch that goes plumb back into a gigantic slough back over in there, and that ditch runs for several miles, and then you go right over here and we got a beaver dam. So I think I'm gonna stick in a caster mound set right here. I don't know if y'all can see the trap on the water there good, but we just made a little caster mound set right here and put a little caster right there, and hopefully we'll have a beaver when we come back. Just walked out here in these woods on that same ditch I just showed you a minute ago. I come up at about a half a mile. As you can see, we got a big beaver dam. The beaver dam was actually right there last year, but they dug it out. So they just moved down the ditch about 20 yards and redone it. I don't know if you can make it out, but right here against the bank is their crossover. And we're gonna put a 330 right here. And I'm gonna come over here where they're coming up already and making their own caster mount. And I'm gonna put a 330 right there and make a caster mount over here on the bank. And hopefully we can come back here and have a double. If you can see that, that's the one we set in the channel for a caster mount. I'll walk over here and show you. Well, you can see that there. We got it set on the crossover. On to the next. This old slough's about dried up, but we do have a big beaver dam here. And I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but they are crawling out of it. And you can kind of see the run down in the water there. They're going right through that pipe and coming out the other side, and I'm gonna try to see if I can't get a conibear in right there and on the other side. I don't know how well you can really see it, but I stuck that conibear just under the water on this side of the pipe. And we walk over to the other side. I have the other one sitting right there guarding this side of the pipe. So hopefully when we come back we'll have us a beaver. So pulled up here to this little slough. You see it's got quite a bit of water, and you can see that. Right here we got one 330 set. I got a crossover just slicked down. You go right over there, and there's my other set. Hopefully when we come back we'll have one. And say I pulled up here and there's this little bitty hole of water. I don't know how it don't show that they're crossing out of it or not, but there is a big canal over here that there is sign that they're in too. But we have this little bitty hole of water that they have just tore all to pieces, got chewings, caster mounds everywhere. So I think what we're gonna do is try to put one caster mount in this little hole. And then there's a little channel that they're going up out into the woods cutting trees. And I think I'm gonna put me a 330 right back in there. I'll show y'all what the sets look like when we get done. And here's that conibear I put in the channel. Walk right over here, and right there is where I put the caster mound set, and we're gonna go on down this canal here a little ways and see if we can't find something else. Just pulled up here to this old ditch I've trapped for the past Just pulled up here to this old ditch that I've trapped the last few years, and we've got a beaver dam right here, and we have got a slicked over crossover, but there's not much water left in it, but you can just see down through there for 100 yards where they're going right through the center and have it just dug out coming over this crossover. And we're going to throw in a couple sets. Just driving down the gravel here, and I happened to see this beaver dam right here, and we pulled over. Well, we ended up we set one on the other side of the gravel road in the opening of that culvert right by that telephone pole, and I come around the edge of the field here, and you could see the run in the water before I muddied it up real bad, and I set that one right there. Hopefully pick one up. So we just pulled up here to this big canal, and we ended up setting a 330 right there, and you can just see this trail just slicked out going up over the top. We'll come right over here. It goes right off down in the bottom, and I have another 330 guarding it on the bottom side. Well, we pulled up down this big canal at a new place, and I found this beaver dam. I had a nice little crossover, so I put one set there and one set right here. But don't you look, my bank I had to climb down is almost straight up. Just pulled up here to this spot, ended up putting me a drounder in right here. They've just been climbing the bank going over to the other side, but I added a little caster there just to possibly entice him a little bit more. Well, move on down to the next one. Just come down this absolutely growed up levee, and sometimes that's the best places. Coming alongside this canal here, we've got some railroad tracks right there, but I got here to the end of it, and this is an absolutely beat down trail coming over into this canal where they have a precision field here, and it just goes, wraps around, and dead ends right there where you can see the power lines in the distance. And then there's a big pipe, and it goes plumb back through to those woods in the far away. But we're going to put in two sets right here, one on each side of the levee, and we'll see you on down the line. We were just right over there on that side of the curve when we come down the canal, and I set this conibear here because right here's the trail, and they go right up and over, and it goes right back over into the canal. They just kind of make a little loop. Just pulled up there to this house. This is the road that I come in on, but this canal comes right here, and they have literally tore the bank up. Sorry, my side by side parked right on top of the trail, but I got one set on the other side, but it is just sheer straight down. But we got one set, so hopefully we'll connect, and then I'm gonna go, which you can see there in the distance, that next ramp, and then it goes plumb back around to the left behind those trees, and we're going to check those, see if we can't put in another couple sets. Talk to you later. Well, we just got here to this new piece of property, and we got this canal that runs down through, goes that way, and there's a couple dams down there I'm going to set, but this canal goes back and goes plumb towards the interstate, which is right over there. And I just made a caster mound set right here. I make one right here every year, and I've taken a lot of beaver off of this spot right here. So we'll move on down the line back that way, and we're below where I showed you that foothold I put in. There's a beaver dam right back up that way. I ended up setting two traps on, Then I come right here, and you can just see the levee eat plumbing too. And I have a conifer right down there. And you come right over here, it goes right around through there into another big canal. And I have a conifer right down in there. We'll move on down the line. Well, we just come from over there and coming down this ditch or canal. And here's an old dam here. And I put in a caster mount set right there. And I got a 330 over there under the water. Hopefully it'll pick up something. We'll catch you on down the line. We just got to our next property. This is a big creek system here that runs north for a couple miles, and I catch beaver off of it every year. And this is just kind of a blind caster mound set that I put right down here. You can see my drowning rod there in the water, and we'll move on up the creek system, see if we can find some more spots. We just came up the side of the road here up this creek. I don't know, about 200-300 yards. You can see an old beaver dam right there that's kind of blowed out, but then it just goes right up on the way. It's just a big travelway, and we bedded us a M&B 750 right there on the caster mound. We'll move on down the line. Well, we made it all the way to the end of where I can actually trap up to. The rest of that owns different property, but I put one caster mound right there, and there had been beaver climbing up the bank here. And I come right over here and put in another caster mound, and they've got chewings right there. And this is just a big travelway, but we'll catch you later on down the line. I know it looks a little growed up, but this ditch right here runs back into some woods back this way, and I catch beaver every year out of it. And if you just look right here, they're coming out of this ditch, and they have wore it out. It goes right over in and right down through there into a pond. And we're gonna put a trap on each side of it, and we'll catch you on down. And say it's getting kind of late on us, but we got this canal, and there's a big reservoir right across that levee. But the beaver are coming up here and going either through the pipe or over it, not quite sure which, but they're chewing up this farmer's boards trying to hold water. So we put us in a caster mount set right there in the corner, and we're gonna go back down this way right here and see if we can't find another spot to put another one. We just came right around the corner from where we just set that one, and we set us another one right here. Got a few geese flying over. I don't know if y'all can pick them up quite right, but that's gonna do it for today. We'll see y'all in the morning.